Good morning, students. We have completed revision of last chapter, changes around us. Let us start the revision of 7th chapter, getting to know plants. Getting to know plants. Plants. What are plants? What are plants? Plants are the stationary living things that grow from the soil, which have some structures grown below the soil and some green color structures above the soil. Stationary living things, that grows from the soil with green colored structures on it. Stationary living thing that grows from the soil with green colored structures on it. That's what known to you. And you may see that a plant will be having a structure that is grown from the soil like this, and which you call stem, and which it will be having some branches, sub branches, and above which many leaves will be there in it, right? And that bear some fruits also, right? And below the soil it will contain the roots. If the plant is bigger or smaller, this is the general structures that you know it. Why you are calling a plant as stationary? Stationary means not moving. Do plants move? No. Plants do not move from one place to other place. Wherever they just start to grow, there itself they grow bigger and they will be becoming bigger. They do not go anywhere from one place to another place. That's why plants are called stationary living things. And from where they grow? They grow from the soil. And what generally plants have? Green colored structures on them. By looking at the green colored structures on them only, we will be identifying them as plants, right? And what are those green colored structures? Leaves. Okay. Now let us know the types of the plants based on their strength of the stem. We all might have seen many different types of plants, but to remember them easily in our understanding or in our memory, we have to classify them or we have to divide them. Stem strength. If you take stem strength as the parameter, plants are divided into two types. Plants with erect stems and plants with non-erect stems. What is this erect? Erect means vertically straight. Vertically straight. So plants that are having vertically straight, okay, almost straight or up like this stems. How these plants are vertically straight or erect? The plants with erect stems can also be called as plants with strong stems. As the strength of their stems is more or is pretty much enough, they can grow erect. The plants can grow erect. If the strength of the stem is not sufficient enough to grow erect, then such plants, they cannot grow erect on their own. They cannot grow erect on their own. So, if they have to grow up, they will take the support of the neighboring structures, or if the support may not be available, then they may spread on the ground. But on their own, they cannot grow erect. Such stems, plant with non-erect stems. This classification you will not get it in your textbooks or in any other books. This is purely for your understanding. Plants with weak stems. So plants with strong stems grow erect. Grow erect. Plants with weak stems, they cannot grow erect, so they are non-erect. Okay. We will discuss about these plants in little brief. We will discuss about these plants little in detail. So, based on the stem strength as the parameter, how many types of plants are there? Two types. Plants with erect stems, plants with non-erect stems, or plants with strong stems that grow erect, plants with weak stems that cannot grow erect. So, they are called non-erect. And non-erect stems are plants with weak stems. As they cannot grow erect on their own, what do? If they want to grow up, they take the support of neighboring structures. Otherwise, they may just spread on the ground. Okay, let us discuss about these two types of plants little in detail. Plants with self-erect stems. Self-erect stems means they grow erect on their own. Plants with self-erect stems are of three types. What are they? Herbs, shrubs, and trees. Herbs, shrubs, and trees. If you take herbs and shrubs and trees, we can easily identify them by their size. Herbs are generally smaller than you. Means if you take your body length or size, then compared to you, herbs are generally smaller than you. Herbs. Shrubs, they are almost about equal or about to your size. About to your size. These are shrubs. And trees, they are much taller than you, taller and larger than you are the trees. Okay. Plants with self-erect stems are of three types: herbs, shrubs, trees. The plants which are generally smaller than you, they are herbs. The plants which are almost about to your size or slightly taller than you or slightly shorter than you are called shrubs, about to your size. The plants that are much taller and larger than you, they are trees. If you take little detailed characters of herbs, the herbs are the small plants, smaller than you and shorter than you, generally in the size. The entire stem generally will be green in color, and also it is tender or soft in nature. If you fall on a herb, the herb will get damaged. You will not get damaged generally because of a herb, because it is very tender in nature. Okay, so tender means very soft. And it has thin stem, very thin stem. Okay, you will not expect a large side stem. It is having thin stem. And with the thinness and its tender nature, it will be little weak in condition. But not that weak that it cannot grow erect. It is enough, it is strong enough to grow erect on its own. But it is not much strong enough to resist harder changes that take place in the surroundings. And it is thin stem and tender, so it is not hard. If you take tomato plant, observe a tomato plant. From bottom itself, it will be appearing green in color. Wherever you want to bend, it will bend. If you just apply some pressure, it will break or it will even fall down also, because it is a herb. It has generally less branches and less leaves. They are generally less branches and less leaves. Okay, that is about herbs. Shrubs, they are about to your size, means almost equal to your size, or maybe little slightly taller than you are, slightly shorter than you. Right. Example, lemon plant. Observe a lemon plant. You will be coming to know. It is not growing like a tamarind plant, or it is not like a tomato plant. It will be in the middle range size. Okay. Stem is not green in color, but it is not very hard, but it is hard stem only. Hard stem only. And moderate sized stem. Not very thick. Not very thick. Right? Not very thick. Not very thick. It is moderate sized stem. Okay. Large number of leaves and branches are present. From where these large number of leaves and branches arise on the stem? Branches arise near from the base. Near from base of the stem. As large number of branches with large number of leaves, they arise near from base. These plants, if they are closely present, they give a bushy appearance. Like a bush, they appear. Like a bush, they appear. So next, trees. These are the larger plants. These are the large size plants. Much taller than our size. And brown stem is present. Compulsorily, brown stem is present in them. Very hard nature. Unlike herbs or shrubs, these are very hard in nature stem. And very thick stem. Very thick stem. It grow huge in size. If you take tamarind, banyan plant, this peepal plant, this neem plant, all these are all nothing but trees. Branches, they arise much above from the base. In herbs, branches arise near from the base. Whereas in trees, branches arise much above from the base of the stem. And where do they arise? In the upper part of the stem. That these branches bear leaves. They have leaves. And in the forests, many trees with their top branches, they form a umbrella shaped covering. A umbrella shaped covering, like a crown. Like a crown, they form. Okay. Regarding the plants with weak stems and different parts of the plant body, we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.